Hello friends, myself Envi Lahamge, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, MVP Samaj, Nasik.
Today's lecture, we are going to see some automata theories which we have to see in the second chapter, term as a finite automata. We will see some introductory features of the finite automata. What is the basic mechanism or meaning behind the finite automata? Finite automata or a finite state machine, which name we are giving alternatively to finite automata are FSM, that is the finite state machine. It can be thought of as a severely restricted model of a computer. Severely restricted means you have to perform some specific or limited things by using these machines. You cannot have rights to perform all the things using these machines. In our computer, we always see there is a some central unit known as a central processing unit. What work it always does? It does the works like execute the stored programs which are stored in a memory. Means only have to accept the data and process the data without any human intervention. That is known as a central processing unit CPU. Like this, in this term, finite automata, one word is there, that is automata. Automata means the things which are performed automatically, like taking input by itself, processing the information by its own, and producing the output as a result of this all process without any human intervention is termed as finite automata or a automata. And these things are specific, finite, so it termed as a finite automata, and these are also known as a finite state machines. A finite state machine is a mathematical model for actual physical process. Means we have to perform some day-to-day activities, means physical work by using these machines. So these machines are using or taking a help of some mathematical problems or mathematical base. So this is termed as a finite state machine. There are some situations or the areas where we will have to use this finite automata or the place where this automata is actually suitable. Which are they? First of all, take in mind that finite automata or these FSMs are properly used for solving the algorithms. Which are the different types of algorithms that are listed here? What is the one? First of all, design of digital circuits. In market, we will see there are many digital circuits or many digital appliances are there. So, in such appliances or circuits, finite automata is used. Second, string matching. String matching means we have to match some concepts or some detailed information of anything to test any further conditions. So, like such situations, string matching is used. Third is what? Communication protocol for information exchange. FSM or finite automata is nothing but one communication protocol for information exchange. And fourth one is the lexical analysis of a typical computer or lexical analyzer of a typical computer. What is the lexical analyzer? Lexical analyzer is nothing but one machine which is used to separate single words from your whole theory or some sentences to check them for syntactical and semantic errors are known as a lexical analyzers. So these are some areas where finite state machine or finite automata is used. So these are some key areas. Next point is, which are the applications of finite automata? As we are seeing, finite automata are used to solve such a four things. So, application are such areas, means we have to design digital circuit, then use the FSM for string matching, again use FSM for communication and lexical analysis. For both the purposes, we are again using the finite automata. So these are some areas or application areas where FSM is successfully used. Now, in short, we will see which are the working of finite automata. Okay. First of all, you are seeing here one diagram. So, first of all, consider this linear diagram, means this box separated linear fashion. It is nothing but a tape. What we call it as a tape. Tape means not a cello tape or a machine tape. It is our computer's internal memory tape, where the memory locations are situated. And in the below box, you will see some procedures, and right side of it, one name is given, that is the finite control. Means there is a some starting pointer or some machine by which you are tracing the input and finding the output. Means, for example, you will have to see some conditions or test some conditions, like you will have to take or only accept those strings in which sequence is maintained, like two A's are followed by two B's, again two A's are followed by two B's. If this condition matches, then the input string is accepted, otherwise input string is not accepted. Means, for example, here I have shown one name, that is a state name Q0. First of all, consider it as this head is here. Firstly, it will accept the input, that is A. If it is A, then it will go to the next state, that is Q1. Okay, then it will go to the next state. If at this stage it accepts the string as A, then its purpose or the main mechanism of this string is successful. So you are coming to the Q2 state. Means, I have shown here some small or one typical star letter at the head of it name, that is a Q2's head. It shows that Q2 is the final state, and when you are reaching to the final state, then your string is accepted. Means you are accepted first condition, that is one A is followed by A. Second condition is what? One B is followed by B. Then next, here again, if you will encounter B, then you are coming to your success. Means A's, two A's are followed by B. Then you are reaching to the state Q3, that is again star mark. Means it is a final state. And when you are getting final output, it will tells you that if it is a final state, then you are on the right track. Means your string is accepted. If there is not any final state at the ending of the string, your string or your machine will not accept that input. So this is the basic mechanism behind the finite automata mechanism. There are some key terms of how to accept these, how to process it, how to take a output from these machines. We will see them later. Now we will see some disadvantages of a finite automata. As we know that everything which is having advantage definitely having some disadvantages. So there are some disadvantages of this finite automata also. Which are they? See, first of all, it cannot process CFL. CFL is the context-free language. These are different types of languages we will have to see in this whole paper, that is the TCS. So take in mind that finite automata are not suitable for these CFLs. Second, it cannot modify its own input. As we have seen till now, you are only knowing the mechanism like it only accepts input, process it, means it only takes that input, not having any right to change that input. So we have here declared that it cannot have rights to modify its own input. It know that the input accepted by itself is not correct, but it does not have any facility or does not have any rights to change its input. So these are some small drawbacks behind this finite automata. In next lecture, we will see the first type of the finite automata machine, that is the deterministic finite automata.